Yeah, we were going in, wasn't we? We forgot all about this show.
Yep.
Man, y'all, hey, man, how y'all feeling tonight, man? Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, man, where every Wednesday at 8:30, y'all come over to YouTube, man. Like, subscribe, and share over there, man. We need some more subscribers. We need more subscribers. But, man,
Yeah.
y'all know tonight, man, we got a real good one. I don't know if y'all realize, but a lot of people don't be getting off into it, man. But I feel like we should understand where we came from so we can so we won't have to repeat that same old cycle of life, man.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight we talking about Universe 25, which was an experiment done with these mice, put them in a big in the projects, put them in the projects,
Hmm.
put abundance of water, food, and all that inside of there. And then they start producing these babies, and then all of a sudden, man, they start going against each other. So it's just like us. But we have to realize, man, a lot of these things we're not being cursed by. It's just these generational conversations that we keep having, and we keep having. We remembering the good old days instead of creating some good new days. We
Mm-hmm.
keep on remembering what it was instead of being what it's going to be. And that's what we really have to get off into, man. Tonight, man, we're going to be speaking about that experiment. We're going to be speaking about how we can avoid reliving the cycle of that. And we're going to be just having a good conversation, man, on some good deep topics. Some good deep thoughts we might have. Y'all tune in. Y'all can chime in and say what y'all need to say as well. But y'all know, man, we got the panel. We got the panel. Hold on, bro. What that say, Project Baby? I knew it. I just realized that. Project Baby is in the building. And then we got Mr. Michael. Man, I tell you, we're going to let the Project Baby kick us off with this one, man. We knew it was going down.
How's it going, y'all? You know who it is this week, anyways. But yeah, the reason I chose the title Project Baby was because, yeah, honestly, I was a project baby. I mean, my dad was military, so he was like real strict. My mom, she was a workaholic. So it's like I had the best and the worst of both worlds. You
Yeah.
know, if somebody was to look at my background and like where I came from, the things I, went through, where I stayed at, versus how I'm doing stuff now, it's literally a project. I mean, I went through that fork in the road, but it's like I went straight. So I created my own path. So when I
Yeah.
say project, it's because like no matter what's given to you, it's just like if you play cards, it's not the hand you was dealt, it's how you play your cards. Same thing with dominoes. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's
Yeah.
almost like me having two kids, a daughter and a son. I sent one to a private school, the other one to a public school. I want to see which one will come out better. Project. Let's get it.
Shooting them dice.
Yes, sir. I love Jim.
Boy,
Jerry. Mr. Michael, what you got
that'll
going
work.
on, brother?
That'll work. Hey, fellas, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, well, when the topic came up, I'm like, Universe 25. What the hell is that? So it sparked my interest. I started to ask, yo, what are we talking about? Then I said, nah, let me go on and get over here and research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with me, when I start getting into the research, hey, it's like I'm in another world all of a sudden. And you hit on a bunch of things like this experiment was done back in the 60s and 70s, where they just took a
Mhm.
bunch of mice and put them in a utopia type environment where they had all the food and water they needed. There were no predators. They didn't have a worry in the world. And the scientists just sat back and watched them to see how they reacted. And the crazy thing is that they had all of their needs met. They had their housing, they had food, water. All they had to do was live. But they got to the point where, as the population grew, because mice reproduce fast, so as the population grew, even with the food and the water and everything being good for them, it still started to deteriorate to the point that they actually all died out. They absolutely went extinct. And so Dr. Calhoun, John B. Calhoun was his name. He's a ethologist. So I had to look up what that was. And an ethologist, I had never heard of it actually, but they actually study animals in their environment. And basically they try to correlate the behaviors of these animals with human behavior. And just like Project Baby said, this turned into a project because all the major cities around the country, and seeing as how the rest of the world follows what's done in America, basically around the world, it's the same situation. They got projects everywhere you go. And it's basically, if you go, like I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina, in the projects, I can go to any project in the world and feel at home because you see the same people, they're just different faces and speaking a different language, but they got the same mentality. They're all on survival mode. And basically that's all it is to it. And yeah, I'll get a little deeper into it as we go.
I was about to say, because I like that you said that, because even if you look at it now, considering the projects, you know, all around the world, yeah, they all have something in common. But, you know, where they stay at, you know, I mean, fuck, they pay $12 for rent. You know, they get food stamps, they stimulus, you know, all this other stuff. So it's like they have all their needs met. But then, you know, you throw something else into the equation, like guns or drugs, and it's like, okay, all of a sudden, there's too many people out here. I mean, you can go to Seoul, Korea, or like anywhere in Japan. They may not call them projects out there. They have their own term for it. But I mean, they have complexes where they have thousands of people that stay. I mean, I would never want to stay in an apartment complex with 150 stories. Imagine being an Uber driver or a delivery driver, you know, trying to get through that. But like I said, it's all over. So, I mean, it's the same experiment, only with people now.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Tony, what you got going on, brother?
Can you hear me?
Loud
yes, sir.
What's up, Tony? That's what's up.
That's what's up. Pulling disappearing acts. But yeah, man, that's basically everything in a nutshell that we're talking about tonight. Is that experiment is I really see it in us, you know, because it's like we are the type of people, we can adapt to anything that you give us. It's like we don't care what you done did to us, we still gonna smile with you. We don't care what you done did against us, we still gonna be there. And you got some people that say, hey man, I don't like white people. I don't like white people, but don't like a system that these white people created. You can like the people, but it's the system that we need to be fighting against. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones who signing the bills. They're the ones who saying this is the system that we want to create. So when they created that system, they were called housing projects. We just like when we used to call the places we live a neighborhood, but we took the neighbor out of it and just called it the hood. We took the housing out of the projects and called it a project. We're the ones who are labeling where the environment that we're in, and not understanding that when you say stuff like that, you put that in your subconscious mind, and then that creates another dilemma within your subconscious mind. Yeah. Because now you're looking at it as just what you just called it. Oh, this the projects, man. No, that's not the projects, man. It's a housing community, man. Call the neighborhood a neighborhood to where y'all can keep that neighborly mindset. Yeah. But yet still, we so caught up on slang and ebonic to where we just lose focus on really the truth of what we need to be really doing in this world. We so happy to be a part of some ghetto-fied stuff to where we thinking that's the way we're supposed to live as the melanated people. You know, I was listening to something, I don't want to cut you short, but I was listening to something the other day, man. Black is the white people. And we are melanated people. We are the Moorish or whatever, but we are not even black people. If you look up the word in the Latin terms, we're not even black. That's the crazy part, that we just keep accepting and accepting and accepting instead of doing our research and start looking up these things and start looking for answers, man. But we say we want to have more. We want this and we want equality, but we won't even do the work to understand or understand why the Democratic Party is the way they are, why the Republican Party is the way they are. Not even realizing black people, we started out as Republicans. You know?
Yeah. And then they're showing it even more, calling it the PJs. It's like anything to make it sound good. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Because just like he said in his experiment, when you overpopulate it, it breaks down to a breakdown in social functioning, which inadvertently leads to extinction. And just like I pray that one day that the nigga will be extinct. You know what I'm saying? And so that way that the melanated man can take control. The melanated man can be in power. Because the nigga, he's just really recycling the same old information, and he's not putting himself in a better position.
Right.
You know, when the melanated man, yeah, I see you, brother. I see you over there pulling them disappearing at.
My Wi-Fi is going in and out, man. I don't know what's going on with that. I guess they don't want me to
It's probably that cold weather y'all got up there, man.
Yeah, it's cold.
Wi-Fi don't even work in the cold. So, Tony, what you got on this before you disappear, man? Give us something on this topic.
Well, man, it's a lot we could talk about. And I heard you say we living in a, what do you call it? Some kind of community. So
yeah.
You're saying that people are not living in a government project? Because that's what it is. It's like a project by the government.
Yeah, I knew it. He's gonna jump off.
But you know, to touch on what he was about to say, which I think what he's about to say, was that even when the government came up with this project, it was still just an experiment. That's all a project is.
Yeah.
Anytime you do an experiment, it's a project, and then they'll name it later. And the project was, let's get all these people in one area and see how it works.
Yeah.
And then spread it out, put it in different areas. So there was a time when I was listening to, I forget what it was, but a brother was saying there was a time when when the blacks were moving into the cities after slavery, so the white people started moving out into the suburbs, leaving all their prime real estate in the inner city. But we didn't know what we had. Now the whites are moving back in because of the overcrowding.
If I go out one more time, man, I'm done. I'll just have to.
I hear you. See, it's like even the traffic
crazy,
just getting back and forth to work.
But
it's so bad.
You know, my thinking is, you know, when you look at the government has always had projects set up for us, you know.
Right.
So when you put us all in one area, you know, even the redlining, you know, when you put us all in one area and pack us in, I mean, when you know, somebody above you, then you boxed in like this, you know, it's a project. They got a strategy behind that to see how do we deal with that. And they already kind of know. I guess if you look at that project, the Universe 25, you see that the strategy was behind what was behind it. And it ain't just, to be honest, it's not just black people. It's I think it's yes. Yeah, all of
economical.
That. Yeah, that's what it is. It's all of that. And you know, you have to fight to get out of that, man. If you don't, you're gonna leave, you're gonna have all the viruses and everything that comes with being in there. Right. You know, people.
Yeah, he gone. Yeah.
But it's right if you stay
But
in it, because like what I was saying, what the dude he said, when you start making enough money, you ain't black no more. You become green.
shit.
So he's saying just all it is the financial empowerment to get out of the rat race, get out of these projects, make your money, design the life that you want to live and live it.
But see, that's the thing we have to realize. When you make the money, you can't lose your focus. You can't lose your sense of understanding who you are and whose you are. Because see, once you realize that supreme being that you are, you won't allow that project or that environment to control your thoughts and control your mindset. So that's what happened with me in this last run that I did just recently. This wasn't even shit, what, back in 2018, 19? 18 is when I no 2019. That's when I left the hood. You know what I'm saying? I went to another hood, but it wasn't that environment that I was in.
Right.
And really it was crazy because you could see all of the things that we're talking about tonight. You have all the people, it used to be a good neighborhood, then it went to a bad neighborhood, then it went to drug infested, then it just became the plague, to where now you got the dope fiends standing on the corner, you got the drug dealers around the corner, you got all of these things started from stress-free environments. It started from having abundance of everything that you need, and then they said, okay, well, these guys are striving over here with that. Let's throw the drugs in the neighborhood. Let's throw these guns in the neighborhood. So now we're gonna see how they handle this. We got so much money, then we start killing each other. So that's how we are becoming extinct. Like I said before in the beginning, I really would love for the niggas to become extinct and let the melanated man and the melanated woman control their whole environment. Because this nigga mentality is outdated now. We done lived it 3 generations. Now it's time to change up that whole mindset. Because if you keep seeing a cycle, why would you keep repeating the cycle? But the bad part is, I don't mean to be long-winded, but the bad part is we just don't do nothing. We sit around and talk about what needs to change instead of taking the actions on the actual change.
Right.
That's our biggest downfall as black people, as melanated people. I'm gonna quit calling us blacks because black is a white. We got to look up these stuff and
Black
start
is just a
realizing,
color.
hey, black is literally a white man. If you look up the Latin dictionary, see, because
Absence of
most
color.
words come from the Latin language anyway. Most words originate from the Latin. So we look up that and then we go back into the European studies. You find out all this information, bro. I be listening to these these archaeologists, and they give you the breakdown on what's what. Just like that old white lady with the white hair and the glasses. She gives you the breakdown on everything. I forgot her name. She's a teacher, a professor or something. But she gives you the breakdown, bro, on how their mindset is.
Right. Yep. You got a point. But so let's get back to the experiment. Because it said in the experiment with these mice, initially it started out as rapid growth. It's like everybody, the mice were happy. They were just doing their things, eating and reproducing. The problem is when it started to become overcrowded. So they started to become aggressive. The male mice would just start attacking other mice for no apparent reason. And when I read it, I'm like, wow, that is just like it is in the projects. It's like
Right.
people have it's like an ingrown aggression. And basically due to us being on top of each other all the time. As it says that it comes from the noise, the pollution, the overcrowding. So eventually it creates mental health issues that we all basically suffer from. It creates the
But then, let me
anxiety,
ask you this.
depression.
I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but let me ask you this. How do you feel like all of us suffer from it?
I don't feel like all of us suffer from it. It's just like in the experiment, it said that some mice became the beautiful ones. They just sort of checked out of society altogether. All they did was just continuously grooming themselves. No more reproducing, no nothing. They didn't want to have anything to do with the rest of the mice in the area.
So that's what's going on right now then, right?
Exactly.
More and more people, more and more melanated people don't want to have babies. They don't want to reproduce anymore. They want to look good. They want to see. That's what I love about this topic, because it's showing. And once we start doing the research on these type of information and we start comparing the two, then we can see for ourselves what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that's what, remember the baby boomer years, we everybody, I know I had 6 kids. My sister got 7. My daddy had 3. My grandmother had 9. It was like we was having babies. My uncle got 7. So we was baby makers. You know what I'm saying? And then it came to that point where everybody like, man, I ain't finna have no baby. I don't want no baby. When you don't even realize we need more and more we need more and more melanated babies. We need them. We just have to be the ones who teach them differently. I was listening to 2 Chainz have an interview, and he was like, man, y'all little dudes need to chill out. We was the ones who told y'all to get high. So don't y'all act like y'all starting stuff and y'all got these new things going. Y'all listen to us. Same thing I tell my daughters. I said, man, y'all need to calm down, man. Y'all ain't, when we were going through our little stages, it was about 7, 8 years ago. They was in their early 20s, thinking they knew it all. When you got them early 20 babies, they think they tell you about life. It's like, man, you listened to me growing up. Shut up and sit down. Oh, I'm grown. I'm 21. No, man, you still a child to me, because I'm the one who put it in you, who told you what to do, who I showed you how to live. If I wish I would have been a better example back then, but I feel like everybody had to go through that journey, and they had to be, you know what I'm saying, put in that position.
And but the thing is, once you learn something different and you try to teach it, they got to realize, okay, they listened to you when you were doing it this way. Now you done got better information. You got a better way of doing things and to progress forward and grow.
Right.
So now this is what you need to start listening to. But
know why?
But we created it. No, you didn't. You still just learning.
But you know why they don't want to listen to that, Mike? Because they're comfortable. They're comfortable with being accepted by people who are low-hanging fruit. All low-hanging fruit like to hang together.
Yep.
So they can gossip, they can talk about people, they can talk about other people's business, they can do all of the low-level stuff there is to do. That doesn't take a bunch of you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do that type of business, right?
Right. You don't.
So if I gotta read a book, man, I don't feel like reading, bro. I graduated school already.
Yeah.
When you ain't even realizing this is forever. You have to be a student of life. But yet and still, we'll sit back and complain about our environment. We'll sit back and complain about what other people, outside sources, are doing to us in order for us. Now we can't grow because of this. No, you can grow only if you choose to grow.
Exactly.
So this experiment, right? This experiment is explaining our lives to us in a nutshell. But they were using mice, but then the government was using us.
Yeah.
So Universe 25 is real. I believe.
And they were looking for
I know.
the exact
I ain't gonna even say I believe. I'm gonna say I know it was real.
Yeah.
What'd you say, brother?
The government was looking for the same results. That's why once you got everybody in one place, you got them comfortable. Community was the thing that kept everybody together. overpopulation in the experiment is what broke down the community. People started, the mice started separating. So there was no more family structure. The female mice, they were given the one before they started to have less babies. The mothers were starting to neglect the babies. And they say this is basically indicative of what's happening with the mothers that are abusing their children. Because the mice, they would start neglecting them and sometimes even killing their own children, the baby mice.
Right.
And society, but first, it was a breakdown of the community. So the family structure was broken down. Now they start to turn inward on themselves and all the aggression starts. Everybody fighting and you tearing each other apart from within. That's exactly what's happening in the projects.
That's what happens in this.
What's happening.
In our environment. I ain't like I say, I can't even say the projects because it happens in our communities. That's why I say it used to be called the neighborhood. We took the neighbor out of the hood.
Yeah.
And
it ain't no more neighbor.
True. And the thing is, it's like a part of the community breaking down. It's so many people on such a small area, but you don't even know your next door neighbor. You might see them, wave, and keep on your way, but you don't know their name. You got no idea what's going on with each other, but you might be living next door or across from each other. And that's a breakdown in society.
We done got to the point to where now all we say now that's such and such, they just stay next door. Oh, that don't we don't even call them neighbors no more. We just man, that motherfucker stay next door, man. That's that motherfucker stay down the street. No, hey, we can't even call them neighbors no more. Yeah. That ain't even my neighbor no more. Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the sad. That's so sad, man. How we've adopted a way of life to where it wasn't even instilled in us from our parents. That wasn't instilled in us from our grandparents. That was, I know my grandmother, man, she knew everybody in the neighborhood.
Right.
Yep.
Damn near by name.
I remember those days.
She would sit on that porch. Soon as that sun go down, she sit on that porch, get out there. You know? That's right, Tony. They don't even be knowing the neighbor name.
Right. I mean, I can attest to that because I don't know my neighbor's name. I know that to stay in this subdivision, you have to be of a certain stature. But my neighbors, I mean, shit. All I know is every Tuesday and Friday when the garbage and recycle bin pass, like, you know, if I go outside first, I go ahead and pull mine in. I pull theirs in, and like if I'm gone by the time the garbage pass, I come home. My garbage in my recycle bin in front of my garage. Don't know
Don't even know their name.
Wow. Say, bro, you gotta do better. You gotta do better than that. Yeah, as soon as I moved over here, I went straight. I seen my neighbor. I said, "Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's your name? Oh, okay, I'm Keith, man. Hey, yeah, come here. I gotta talk to people around me, bro. You ain't gonna be living next door to me, and I don't know your name. If you kill anybody, I'm gonna, hey, no, that was John. No, John used to be quiet, but now he's crazy. We don't know John. I got a Korean family. I don't even know if they Korean. I'm gonna just say they, you know, they from the Middle East. They're Asian people. But then I got the black guy next, the other side of me. But I got some good neighbors, man. Everybody stay to themselves, and ain't nobody minding nobody's business.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with my environment right now. I ain't gonna even complain.
That's a good thing.
I guess we were the beautiful mice, huh? We're gonna keep on grooming ourselves.
Yeah. Grooming and getting out of the way. Moving on, doing better things.
Definitely that, brother. Definitely.
Go ahead. Once the reproducing slowed down and stopped, it's like the colony can't survive. Eventually it's gonna die because it's like now, people are not having kids the way they used to. But a lot of it's because of all these social stresses. Of course, you got work, you got the high cost of living, you got the overcrowding, you're trying to compete for money and jobs, and now the way our president is cutting our jobs left and right, it's going to get even worse. So people ain't thinking about, well, I want to have 1 or 2 children or 3, 4, 5 children. Now it's like, yo, why am I having children? They're looking at the possibility of war. You got automation and AI coming in that's causing people to lose jobs. So it's like, why would I bring a child into that? How am I going to support them? How am I going to take care of kids when I can barely take care of myself? And
well, that goes, then that goes off into, so if you got that, if you know, see, that's our biggest issue. We know what's happening, but yet and still we will complain and we'll fight against the truth. And the truth is, if you got AI coming in, that means you need to learn how to use AI.
Exactly.
Oh, don't complain about it. Say, hey man, oh, wait a minute. They got what coming in? Oh man, and another crazy part, bro. We was watching the Jetsons back in the 70s, man.
Yep.
So if you already know it was going to be the Jetsons coming about, what's wrong with when you first saw a computer, an IBM computer in your school? Because that's what they taught us off of. Remember the typewriter? They taught us how to type. So they went from the typewriter to the keyboard. So what is the difference? Why complain about your lifestyle or your environment instead of saying, hey, you know what, man? I'm finna pick up a book and I'm gonna find out, how to use this or how to use that. But yet still we'll sit up there, man, these mothers don't want us to have nothing. They don't. It ain't no president in this world. It ain't never been a president that stopped you from getting money. Ever. So if he cut out all the jobs, create one.
Exactly.
Create a job. We got to stop the complaining. That's nigga shit. When we stop complaining and be melanated men and women and say, hey, man, I'm finna get it off this sun. Man, you don't know how many Spanish people, man, are farmers. We don't even have black farmers anymore.
Right.
We got more Latino farmers than we have black farmers.
Yeah.
And we really need to be farmers because Bill Gates is trying to come up with insect food. And we don't, man, this dude, we really don't need this guy here. Why is crazy? We don't need him around, bro.
No.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He funded, let me tell you, he funded this guy called Aaron Darcy. He funded this guy's program called All Things Bugs. Look up All Things Bugs on YouTube. They're telling you and showing you. And then what's the bad part now? They over in Africa and they're feeding it to the black people first. So their advertisement is towards black people, just as everybody else's advertisement. They target us because we're the most consumers. We spend the most. We don't know how to create anymore. Once we created rap, once we created breakdance, we created the dance moves that they do. We created the songs that they sing. We created rock and roll. We create everything, but yet still, we don't know how to create.
Right. We're the biggest consumers of all.
Now we so big on consuming. And in the 60s, we was the biggest creators.
Yeah.
Gotta find your way, people. We gotta find our way.
Yeah.
I wish I would make somebody food using fucking cricket powder.
Cricket powder, bro. You see that? Yeah. And then it say 100%. 100% cricket powder. Well, it's called the product is what? Griot Pro.
Yeah, Griot Pro.
Griot Pro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bill Gates already got that damn wax on the damn fruits, man, and avocado. They targeting all healthy foods.
Yeah.
So we have to really be mindful of who we're dealing with. They're targeting healthy foods because they see everybody's wanting to be vegan. They see, oh, we're going back to the fruits and vegetables. So why wouldn't I put out a whole brand of foods that's waxed or that's GMO? that's genetically modified. Why not?
That's the same thing with the rice.
Yeah. See that?
True.
We have to really start listening to these to Rizza Islam. I'm gonna say the Muslim community. Because they're the ones who fighting the real war against these systems, man. We don't have another system. We don't have the Israelites ain't doing it. The Hebrew Israelites, they not telling us about these people. They telling us about the book and how we should be living and all of this. Tell us about the people that's really studied us, bro. They studied us. They the ones who studied us in order for them to be. Man, Universe 25 is everywhere. It is Atlanta, but it is Dallas, it is Houston, it is Florida.
Hey, it's Paris, it's London, it's Germany. Project 25.
I heard so many. I heard the stories about how the CEO of the towers, he usually have breakfast every morning in the towers. That morning of the 9/11, he didn't have breakfast. You know what I'm saying? He put an insurance policy on the buildings, a bigger insurance policy on the buildings 6 months before it happened. Yeah. See, we have to realize, bro, they be telling us, Barack told us it was going to be a pandemic when he was in office.
Right.
He said another 5 or 10 years, you might have some big, they telling us what they going to do, but we so caught up on fashion. We so caught up on their style. He would fly. He the fly president. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What did he do for us in real time? What did he do? He contributed to the Universe 25 method.
Right. Because even when they was talking about COVID in 2019, I remember it was in the newspaper, but everybody was so focused on Kobe Bryant dying. Like that was their main focus. Kobe Bryant. Like they had a small article right next to it talking about, COVID and what was going on, because I was in New York when COVID came.
Hey, no, they talked about COVID. Bill Gates did a TED talk. Bill Gates did a whole TED talk in 2015 about COVID. I'm talking about had a name for it. COVID-19. He said it in 2015.
Yo, did you ever buy Pine Sol back then? If you look on the back of the Pine Sol bottle,
Lysol,
right?
Yeah, Lysol
kills COVID-19 virus. They already knew about it.
Yeah.
How is it going to kill? You got something that's going to kill a pandemic that just happened, but it's already been on the market.
Right.
So
see, we so busy planning for the weekend, but they're planning for 30 years down the line. When have you ever seen a non-official? Elon Musk is not even nothing. He's not a senator. He's nothing. And he's sitting right next to the president on interviews.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't paying attention to that.
Of the country.
With his son in the office.
I'm talking about telling Trump to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen that little video. The little boy told Trump to shut the fuck up. You ain't even the president.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. You telling a little boy telling the president, a grown man, you ain't even the president. Shut the fuck up.
Hey. Now, if you was powerful as you thought you were, that little boy would have been out of the office and his father. But it's only a matter of time those two are going to bump heads. Because their personalities are too much alike.
They bumping heads
already. They already will.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that we need to get back to growing our own foods. We need to get back to creating our own world again. Creating our own jobs. I love these black women. These black women have created an Amazon, a black Amazon. Sells nothing but black products. Yeah. We have to realize, man, we really have to shop with each other. We don't have nobody but us.
Yeah. True.
And if we keep complaining about it, we are not going to even have that.
Right.
It's true.
I do my best to shop black. I do my best to support all black businesses. I really do. But don't try to screw me over.
Just because we both melanated. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This guy here.
Trump is big.
Big
Oh,
meat.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Meech.
About to get shut down.
About to get shut down, ain't it?
Yeah.
Shut it
Yeah,
down.
Big Meech. I know this off topic, but Big Meech played that wrong, man. You get out of prison, man. You supposed to hang out with nobody but 50 Cent, man. That boy he done put your son on. He done gave your family money. Come on, man. It only makes sense, man. Don't be hanging with suckers, man. They just hanging with people just because they done said your name 3 times. That don't mean nothing, man.
Rick Ross.
You got people who are envious of you. You got people who are really like Birdman say, man, the haters. I don't worry about haters because they can hate you from way over there. Be worried about the envious people. Be worried about those people who say, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Bro, I can tell you right now.
Betray you except a friend. Somebody close to you.
I moved in this house 6 months ago, man. And I promise you, ain't nobody ever knocked on my door. I brought one of my partners over here. That was it. Don't knock on my door. Especially not where I live. I meet y'all outside. My mama always told me, take them boys. I don't know them boys. Take them boys outside. Y'all go back outside, baby. I don't know y'all. Y'all go back outside. We got some stuff in here don't nobody need to be seeing. Right? We don't even leave.
They start seeing
I was raised different.
You know, you're getting robbed.
You hear me, man? Yeah, I was raised different, man. Yeah, my mama showed me. No, them baby, we don't know them. They got to go outside. Yeah, don't bring nobody in my house.
And that's why you always you call a friend. Like I told y'all last week, I was screwed over by my business partner.
Yeah, man.
Screwed over hard. And I mean, I already said, he gonna need me before, they're gonna need me before I need them. And I'm still receiving calls from people that work over there with them. Like, man, like it's going down here. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Like, I forgave him, but I didn't forgive him for him. I forgave me.
Right.
Because he gonna fuck around and find out why the name Ghost was with me since 99, since college. But
right.
It is what it is.
So now, bro, we really are in a time of really becoming more aware.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to say that, hey, man, they want to talk about who the president. We don't care who in office because we need to take care of us regardless of who's in office. Don't depend. It goes back to depending on outside sources to control what's inside of you. We don't wait on a man to fall out the sky and say, hey, he's coming to save everybody. That is not happening. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of time. It's not. Oh, man, they got fires. And man, they've been having fires in California. Y'all quit playing. It's been freezing on the East Coast. Yeah, the East Coast freezes every year, and California got fires every year. So quit the foolery about we at the last days.
Hey,
it's no last day.
They're going to have floods and mudslides.
Yeah, it's been California.
Same thing with the airplane.
Yeah.
Man, man. Y'all need to, hey, man, it's too many people, man, get caught up in that news. Quit looking at the news, man.
All it is just
man, stay off of that news channel. They're going to scare y'all right up out of y'all position of y'all blessings.
Yep.
It's tail light vision. Tail light vision.
Yep. That's it.
Quit the foolery, man.
Yeah.
And we so caught up in it that we just lose our minds sometimes. But so they're also looking to genetically modify these insects. Bill Gates, he put 130 million, and we got to start looking at this Beyond Meat stuff. He put 130 million off into that Impossible Meat campaign. So anything he got his money, his hands off into, he's steady be talking about population control. I don't know why he's worried about controlling the population when he stays way away from everybody any damn way. But that just goes to show how sick and demonic their minds are.
True.
So you got a man that and got that kind of money. You don't never hear Warren Buffett talk about none of this foolery. Warren Buffett say, man, I'm finna buy another business and I'm gonna sell this one over here. I'm buying and selling. Bill Gates has never did anything. He's never invented Microsoft. He's never invented anything. He just came up on a bunch of bread by buying software, buying stuff, and then put his name on it. So you got to realize, man, when you got somebody like Elon Musk just a big kid who want to take over the world. He got money. He's trying to buy OpenAI.
Yeah.
But them boys at OpenAI say, hey, bro, nah, we in competition. I'm not letting you buy this.
Yeah.
Now you're going to starve me.
Yeah. That's just what's going to happen.
The soccer star,
Yeah.
he tried to buy his trophy for what, $1 million or $1 billion. The African told him no.
Yes, right. Because it's like Master P showed them best. Master P said, if you offering me $1 million, I know I'm worth more than that.
Yep.
Right.
Way
You
more.
offering $1 million? Oh, you finna give me a meal ticket? Oh, no. Well, let me see what the result is. Let me see what the outcome gonna be of that. Let me go ahead and put mine out there. And we don't even understand how these projects or these experiments really affect us in the long run. You know, they did this Universe 25 in 1960, but yet what experiment are they doing right now? All this is public record, y'all.
Yeah.
Everything is public record, so it's not like they hiding stuff.
Right.
You can go look up right now. You can go look up every bill or everything that Donald Trump done signed off on. You can look it up.
Yeah.
Read the details. Yep.
Read the details. Read the fine print.
Hey, but remember what they used to say? If you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book.
Yeah.
Put it in a book.
Yeah, but it's like they only want to read
to this day.
highlighted, like the things with HBCUs, the scholarships.
Right.
Yeah. So now it's it's against the law to have a scholarship like for a white person to go to Southern University. Like, dude, really?
Well, Spelman really is not HBCU. That's Rockefeller's wife last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a white college.
It's been covering as it. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, man. So Dr. Umar put me up on that one. I was like, woo. Nick Cannon, bro, he got a great show called Council Culture.
Yeah.
And I look at that and listen to these people on there, man, and they really got something to say, man. It's like I don't even look at the news. I look at programs that make sense to me. Right. YouTube University, bro. YouTube has a better algorithm on for as learning abilities. They teach you everything over there. Anything you want to Google, anything you want to know, go up on YouTube and look at it.
Right.
It's like it's gonna tell you the details. It's gonna give you the breakdown. It's gonna show you all the things you need to know. They're giving you everything. I think that's the biggest issue because we're overeducated. It's too much information.
Yeah.
It's so easily accessible that we take it for granted. Yeah. Oh man, I ain't gonna listen to no YouTuber. It's like, bro, they got some stuff that's from 1950. They got some archaeologists or they got people that's really talking, that's really done the work, who's really done the work. And they're not speaking about crap. They're not talking fear into you. You have to realize who's speaking fear into you and who's speaking life into you.
Yeah.
But we've been so toxic all our lives because of the Universe 25 experiment. We've been so toxic all our lives. We diseased up now and don't even realize it. Half the population growing up had herpes, but we didn't realize it. But herpes is really not a bad thing anymore. It's not even something that people, you can't get rid of herpes. And if you don't even know that you can't get rid of herpes, you've been living under a rock. because herpes is something that's curable. That's curable. Everything is curable nowadays.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it because we were so programmed. We were it was instilled in us. Oh, cancer! You don't have a cure for cancer. You don't have a cure for herpes. You don't have a cure for AIDS. You don't have a cure for all of these things. That they lying.
Yeah.
They are cures.
That's it.
But ask Magic
They
Johnson.
got it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. The first time he come out talking about he got AIDS, everybody like, oh, he be dead in 2 years.
Shit, that was back in the 80s, wasn't it?
Man, that dude's strong as ever now. He big as an ox.
Still
Yeah,
making
man.
money.
Say, man. Come on, man. So we have to, we really have to do a lot of research, man. We really get caught up in the he say, she say. We so messy. It's just sad how messy that we are.
Yeah.
Like I say, let's kill them niggas off and let's get these melanated people back into this place, man, of excitement. You know, be happy to come outside. People be talking about these planes because the planes crashed. Now they telling everybody, oh man, I wouldn't fly if I was you. Man, I wouldn't walk outside if I was you then.
Right.
Because you're gonna get killed faster on the ground than you would in the air. You go outside and go down the street. If the police don't like you, he gonna shoot you. So why I can't take my chances in the air? I'm flying. I don't care what y'all talk about. Y'all living in fear, but y'all say y'all God. Y'all believe in God. How do you live in fear but believe in God? You can't serve two of them. You can't serve two people, man.
Right.
Either you gonna believe in God or you gonna believe it ain't one. Take your pick.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna say, oh, I ain't finna do this because I ain't finna do this. But you said I can do all things through Christ. Make up your mind. Quit going to church. That's what you need to stop doing and connect with the source straight directly. You don't need a middleman to talk to God.
No.
Who told y'all that? You don't need a middleman to go godly. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why.
But we've been programmed to get this person. Oh, I got to pay my 10%. Man, you pay your 10% by going on the street corner and helping a bum out, or you helping a homeless person out. I ain't gonna even call him a bum because he got a lot of sense. Go help a homeless person. Get that homeless person that 10%, and that goes directly to the source.
Yep.
But yet and still, we'll pay 10% to a church, to a building that is not going to give you your money back if you need some lights paid.
Yeah. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's why I'm all for church online. You can drink.
I ain't for church. No more. They can have that operation.
Oh yeah.
It's The gig is up. The gig is up, Creflo. TD, we know what you like. We know you're going in the blue flame with a little bit of shorts on. We know you ain't about that life, man. That's why you had to pass the torch down to your daughter. He passed the torch to his daughter because he don't even have a son to pass it down to. Wow. You was so messed up in the mind of a person that God didn't even bless you with a son? Bro, I got 5 girls. God said, I can't have too many of y'all, so I'm gonna give you this one boy. I'm gonna give you one of you, man. You can't have too many of you. Yeah, you something else, dude. Yeah. Dude, man, you got too many girls, boy. I'll be like, bro, man, I know if I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to help a woman understand me. It's just a knucklehead, you know. I beat a knucklehead up.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, man, give him a bunch of women to deal with. I can deal with women all day. Shit, that's the least of the worries.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
But to be out here, man, we have to realize that Universe 25 is real. We have to realize that the government is going to be the government. They're not going to change until we get somebody inside, until we dismantle, until we tear everything up. And that's what Donald Trump is here to do. Y'all don't realize what Donald Trump is here to do. He's here to tear the government apart. He didn't put nobody in office that was worthy of being systematic. All these are brand new people, ain't never been in these positions before in life.
Right.
Your country has already been in shambles. It's not like your country is on autopilot right now. So don't ever worry about, oh, they messing up this and they not messing up nothing. If you out here working for yourself, if you out here believing, investing in yourself, they teaching us how to do the stock market every day all day on YouTube. But yet and still, we'll say we're going to go to work every day. Why go to work when you can learn stocks? Why go to work when you can learn how to create a business, how you can put your LLC within an S Corp, put the S Corp within a trust? How do you go to work every day if you can learn all of these things to get the money that Trump is giving for you to have a trust fund, for you to have an S Corp? He's giving the money away for those businesses. He's not giving you money if you go to work for John. You're going to work for Tom every day. You're going to work for Uncle. You're not getting no money. So that's why you complaining. That's why you upset. But if you get out here and put your mind to work and build yourself up, build your own life. You are a brand. Nobody has your fingerprints but you. So why don't you start your fingerprint brand?
Sure.
I asked for my job back in I said in 19, but in 2017, I asked to go back to work. And people told me, oh man, you got to go back outside in the field. I said, bro, I didn't even start in the field. Y'all hired me to do interior. I don't work in the field. And you know what I did? Start my own shit. And ain't look back for nobody else to give me nothing. I'm going to go grab that. Michael did the same thing. Project Baby did the same thing. You got to realize y'all out here still worried about the president. You worried about other people when you are the person that you should be worried about. Because only you can save you.
Right.
Can't nobody else do it.
That's a whole sermon right there.
I just had to give you a little bit.
I see my competition and my motivation every day when I look in the mirror.
That's it. Come on now. I see my competition and my motivation when I look in the
That's
mirror.
what I'm talking about.
Man, putting on our minds every night what you're grateful for. Right down in the middle of, right down before you go to bed. See, my mama always told us an hour before you go, relax before you go to bed. Get yourself some pen and paper and write down what you're grateful for before you go to bed. Write it down 3 times before you go to bed, or write it down 9 times. Whatever the case may be, you still need to be grateful for what you don't have, because it might not, if you did have it at that time, you might be fucking it off. People always, wow, I need this kind of money, I need that. No, you need to be praying for the discipline to maintain that kind of money. Forget the money. Man, give me the discipline to maintain this lifestyle that I'm looking for. You can get the money easy. But keeping the money,
that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
To be relevant for 10 years down the line. Since 2017, I ain't never asked nobody for nothing, man. Ever. Give me a job. I don't need to tell you I'm finna take off this week. I don't need to fill out a PTO form. I'm the PTO form.
Right. That's it.
I'm the one who gonna be the PTO. Nobody gonna tell me about PTO. But man, I done went on and on. I didn't preach the sermon, y'all, but it was a great show. I pray to Pray that y'all got something from it. I pray that everybody that did tune in, I pray that y'all really catching these messages and catching these words that we saying, because this is way bigger than you trying to worry about presidencies. And so, hey, man, Project Baby, I know you got something prolific for us.
I just want to say, like Tupac said, keep your head up, legs closed, eyes open. I mean, the universe is under no obligation to make sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Simple and still profound.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Mr. Michael.
That'll work. And all I can say is pay attention. If the people out there listening, if you don't know about Universe 25, you can Google it. Just read up on some of the stuff that it's talking about. And you will actually see, just in the reading, almost from the beginning, you start seeing what's going on around you at this moment. And then all you got to do is realize that only you can change it.
That's it. That's it, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been another exciting show. Tony, we hate you couldn't stay on, brother. You got to get that Wi-Fi fixed. But thaw out your router. Thaw your router out. Yeah, we don't know about that cold weather down here in South Florida, man. It's hot as a hole around here, man. It's hot. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been another great show. Hopefully the information that we did give y'all can help y'all see a better day. And I just pray for the gratitude, man. I pray for the for gratitude in all of y'all, and blessings to amongst all of y'all, because you have to realize something, man. Ain't nobody coming to save you but you, man. Ain't nobody coming out the sky. Ain't nobody coming out the ground. Ain't nobody doing nothing. You got to be that person to say, hey, man, I want change in my life. Self-develop, unlearn all the foolery you was taught by your parents, by your teachers, by your scholars, whoever. Unlearn all that and relearn the things that you really want to learn in life, man. And y'all have a great evening. Man, just stay prosperous and productive, man. I don't know what else to tell you, but hey, peace.
Peace. See y'all next week, fellas.
Next week, we gonna be here.